Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel once again. Today is Monday. It's Labor Day here in the US. I wanted to work on the bike earlier in the weekend. I actually had 4 days off this weekend, but now one thing that I noticed after my test ride on Friday is I've now got this. That there, that's coolant. So I've got a coolant leak somewhere and I got to figure that out while I'm tearing everything apart anyway. So we're gonna start breaking the bike down again up in the front like we had it last weekend. What I'm worried about is I may need to order some parts, and that will require me to maybe leaving the bike torn down for multiple days, which I really don't want to, but if that's what I got to do, then that's what I got to do. I do want to thank everybody coming along again. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. I don't know how today's gonna go. I'm wearing this navy blue shirt. Yellow shirt of maintenance is still down right now, so I'm a little worried. Who knows, maybe the blue shirt will be better. So anyway, we're gonna get this bike torn down, and then yeah, we'll see you in there. All right, it's been a couple hours. I've been lazily working on this thing, man. I thought earlier today I was gonna hurry up and knock this shit out real fast, but I don't know, it's kind of taking a lazy day. I'm thinking, what's my hurry? I've been back and forth online. I know there's some people out there who talk a lot about Goldwing docs. Great website. But I think my favorite right now is the Steve Saunders goldwingfacts.com. Lots of helpful people in there. They seem to be a little bit more responsive to my questions. Maybe it's the way I'm wording it. Maybe it's personality. I'm not sure. So I think we found the problem. I would try to get the camera in there, but because of the lighting, I don't think you're going to be able to see it. As you can see, I've got it torn down again like I did last weekend. Behind this heat shield is the sensor that sends the information to the dash. There are 2 wires on that sensor. One of them is straight up cut. So I'm going to take that heat shield off, just verify it on the form. That's another thing. While I've been taking this stuff apart, I've been going in and out, back and forth to the to my computer so I could ask questions, and sure enough, that's the one I'm looking at. I verified I can take those front 2 engine mount bolts without any problems, so we're going to get that going. Alright, so what I've done, I got the sensor connector rewired and I've got it hooked back up. I checked continuity both from the green and blue side, which I made blue, and I checked continuity from the green to green side on the corresponding pin. So I know that at least the circuit is good from there. Let me see if I can... Alright, oh, can I get in there or not? Yeah, all this wiring right here, we had to change. Kind of jerry-rigged some things on the connector to get it back to where I felt like it was kind of water sealed, I guess. Yeah, so now I'm waiting to figure out if I need to replace the thermostat gasket right now, or if I can do that with the radiator off, because I have to order the gasket, or I had to remove the thermostat housing to get the heat shield off. Anytime you do that, you want to replace your thermostat gasket. I went ahead and bought a new thermostat. It's Napa 101, the part number, so I just don't remember if there's enough space between the radiator and the thermostat housing for me to pull that off and change that. I just don't remember. So I'm waiting on some answers from the forum, what the general consensus is, but yeah, we're gonna start putting some of these things back together one way or the other. Hey. Hey, welcome back. It is the next day. Well, it's always the next day after some day, right? But today's Tuesday. Yesterday was a day we did all the work on the Goldwing. Well, a lot of the work. Let me catch you up on what we've done here so far. I've got the radiator here sitting on top of the bike. I ordered new O-rings for the water pump cover and for the thermostat cover. Since I had all this stuff torn apart, and it really is a pain in the ass to get all this torn apart, I didn't want to put it all back together and then have a leak right there at one of those O-rings. So I'd rather play it safe and not have the bike up right now than put it back together and have those problems. So I've got O-rings on order from Partzilla, I think it is. Yeah, Partzilla. Hopefully they're here by this weekend, because I'd really like to get out and ride this thing and make sure my coolant gauge is working. But, so a couple videos ago, I measured the chain slack on the Royal Enfield, and completely on my own, without any influence whatsoever from commenters in the video below, occurred to me that I may have measured that chain slack at the wrong place. So we're going to do that again. No, I'm just kidding. There are a few people who commented on this. We're going to do that again and see. You also notice I have my glasses back on. I actually need my glasses every day for most situations. But this summer, because I've been outside working on motorcycles a lot, I'm starting to sweat more, and it's making me break out on my nose. So I've been wearing my glasses as little as possible at home to try to help eliminate some of that. So let's get in here and see what we can do. I'm gonna put, you can probably not see the one here. We're gonna bring it up. I should be between the 3 and the 4 somewhere. And now I am between the 3 and the 4. But that's too much play. So we're gonna loosen that up, and we're gonna loosen this whole system up back here, tighten the chain up a little bit. Use my generic screwdriver here. It should be a 24 millimeter. It is a 24 millimeter. All right. There we go. So I don't have two 12 millimeters, but I got a 12 and a ½ inch, which is just as good. All right, let's just do this a quick quarter turn. So we're at the 1 o'clock position. We'll go down to the 4 o'clock position. Okay. This side, I'm at the 7 o'clock position. We're going to come up to the 10 o'clock position. Okay, 1 is there. The 1 is there. No, this is good. This is good. Okay, there's torque. Alright, that is enough wrench turning for this video. Can you see in my glasses? I've been sweating up a storm out here. Let's get on the bike and ride some. Just because it's evening right now, it's still so damn humid. I don't know if you can see that sweat on the inside of my glasses. The good news is, all that sweat means the wind is going to feel real nice. Let's get out of here. Yeah, buddy, that wind feels good. Back on a simple machine, air-cooled, no radiator, no clump of electronics to wade through, no rat's nest to have to get behind. Heat shields. That's one thing I really appreciate about this motorcycle. Hell, I can even appreciate that about Harley Davidson's, you know, now that I've been working on that Goldwing a little bit. That is a complicated piece of machinery, and to think that came out 36 years ago just blows my mind. Look at that sky, man, that Florida evening sky. Anyway, so even though you're sweating your balls off working on motorcycles in the driveway or in the garage this time of day, this time of year, I really can't appreciate right now going 45 miles per hour, a little bit of sweat, this beautiful sky, sun's not blaring in my face, traffic isn't too bad right now. This I can appreciate, man. I can appreciate this a whole bunch. So yeah, that was the first time I've ever done a chain adjustment. You'd think I've been riding motorcycles since 1991, 1990-ish, 91. I don't remember. I was about 14 or 15 years old. We have little dirt bikes around the farm. Nothing major. I think it was the one that I used the most was a little Suzuki like 110, if that was the thing. You know, and even in 90, 91, it was already an old motorcycle, so I have no idea. Even though I've been riding motorcycles pretty consistently since then, never really had to fuck with a chain before. So this is the first time for me. Well, like I said in the last video, first time on a street legal motorcycle. Dirt bike chains, yeah, well we didn't measure shit, man. We would adjust it and sit on it. And when we sit on it, if the chain wasn't so tight it felt like it was going to snap, it was fine. That's how we did chains on dirt bikes.
I'm sure there was probably a better way to do it. Shit, man, we didn't know any better. Well, some of us probably knew better, but we were lazy, and we were rednecks from East Tennessee. Oh, it's beautiful back here, man. Would you look at this scenery? With the evening light and the lush Florida greenery. And this stack of cars at this red light in the middle of the woods. Nature. Man, working on these motorcycles these last 6 months has been a whole lot of fun, man. I've done minor maintenance in the past, and when I say minor, I mean exhaust change, battery change, spark plug change, oil change, handlebars, right? All the stuff that you can get to like out here, out in the open. Nothing like the shit I've been doing since I bought this motorcycle. And yeah, you know, like I've mentioned before, I worked on, you know, military aircraft, and yeah, things like that chain, man, you know, I measured it on camera. I put myself out there, and a couple of you came in and said, oh, your chain's way too loose. All right, hey, I'm learning this stuff, man. If I end up dying because I made a mistake, so be it. My family will be sad, I think, but they'll get over it. I won't know any different. Next up on the motorcycles, I really hope my parts are here by Friday, man. I really do. The water pump cover, I don't necessarily have to have it right away. That's easily accessible from the front of the bike without tearing anything apart. The thermostat housing, on the other hand, that's the one where, you know, I put the question out there to some folks on the internet and asked them, hey, if I don't have this by then, you know, can I change this O-ring while it's in the bike? And they said, you might be able to, but it's going to be really tight. I don't want to take that risk, man. Pulling that radiator out is such a hassle. Actually, it's not even taking it down. It's putting it back on that we found the problems. There's like very, very limited space up top to work with the radiator cap and the overflow tube. But anyway, this is going to be the second video in a row where I'm going to end right here on the motorcycle. I know I have my typical formula of sitting somewhere and recording my outro after all this stuff, but there's not really any need for it. I think a lot of people here can appreciate the motorcycle ride just a little bit more. Once again, I appreciate everybody, man. I really do. We're growing at a much slower rate than we were when I was doing all the chopping on the Royal Enfield, but I'm okay with that because I want to make sure that I rebrand under the motorcycle subcategory and not just the Royal Enfield subcategory. Anyway, appreciate coming along like always. I'll cut myself off here, and until next time, we'll see you later.